Good morning. Morning of day 5. We are just packing up. We've got this view right here, and we're trying to get to Red's Meadow today. So we're gonna have breakfast on the trail, and we're just trying to get an early start. I think how many miles did I say? Was it 17?
50. It's like 16.
16 miles. Yeah. Today, so we're hoping to do that in 10 hours. So we'll see. So we finally made it back to the actual John Muir Trail. So ever since the morning of day 2, we've been hiking on our alternate, which included all of that off trail over the last 2 days. So we're leaving Thousand Island Lake and heading up past a bunch of other lakes, Garnet Lake and a bunch of others, and eventually down into Red's Meadow. So it's good to get back on the trail. All right, so this is Garnet Lake. It's probably the second most iconic lake in this area, next to Thousand Island Lake. Another beautiful view of Banner and Ritter, just a different angle. So making our way amongst all these lakes. So far, feeling pretty good. We got our first view of Mammoth Crest way off in the distance. We'll be hiking up the shoulder of that tomorrow, coming up out of Red's Meadow. Got a pretty good downhill here, then a pretty good uphill, then a very long downhill into Red's Meadow. So still a long way to go, but we're making good time. Okay, haven't done much updating since Garnet Lake. We've just been passing one beautiful alpine lake after another, but really Thousand Island Lake and Garnet Lake were the best, and so once you've seen one, you've seen them all, kind of. So we're descending now into I think it's the middle fork of the San Joaquin River Canyon where Red's Meadow is, and we finally coming around on the backside of Mammoth Mountain there. So Mammoth Lakes is where we stayed for the 4 nights to acclimate for the hike. So it's good to be kind of on the home stretch for this first phase of our hike. So we've got about a little less than 3 miles to go. We're trying to hoof it into Red's Meadow. All right, we're down in Devil's Pile, just crossing the San Joaquin. Really nice bridge, picturesque meadow, and the boys here, and yeah, a little Pile here, and we've got about a mile left, so we're trying to get there before 5, which I think we're gonna make it. You guys ready to hike?
Yeah.
Day 6? William's
playing thumb game.
William's playing a game. So we're wrapping up Red's Meadow. Had a nice sleep in a bed and washed clothes. Look at that, nice and clean.
Not really.
Had 2 good meals.
He spilled something on himself.
A couple of beers and showers, and so we're ready to go. 15 miles a day to hopefully
Yeah.
Lake Virginia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly uphill.
Yeah, all uphill.
Fun stuff.
Hooray.
All right, only 165 miles to go. Okay, we are up on the Mammoth Crest. Finally got our first view looking back. at the Ritter Range. So saying goodbye to them. There's Banner and Ritter. And continuing southbound, trying to get to Lake Virginia today. Okay, it's been a bit of a grind this morning, hiking up along the Mammoth Crest. It's been hot and dry in the trees without much of a view. And finally, we kind of broke out and we can get some views of the Silver Divide across the canyon here. So we're continuing on the Mammoth Crest today to Lake Virginia. And then we'll hike down off it tomorrow morning and cross the Silver Divide at, I think it's called Silver Divide Pass, on the JMT slash BCT, and we'll be doing that tomorrow morning. So that'll be way up there. So moving right along. We're here in Lake Virginia, end of day 6, and it's very quiet. There are a lot of campers up that way, but we came down here to this open area. It's a bit of a walk down to the lake, but at least we're protected by the trees, which is good. And so yeah, Will's setting up the tent. I've already got mine set up. Got a big day tomorrow, so we want to get in, get a good night's sleep tonight. Okay, so it's day 7. We're just leaving Lake Virginia. Thought I'd stop with this view because our campsite didn't really have much of one. So got a big day today, 18 miles and a lot of elevation gain. So it's kind of weighing on the mood this morning. We did have some interesting things. We had a rescue team come in to extract, I think, a member of the party. There's a big group of young kids camped at the lake, so one of them must have been hurt. And then with all the rains, Lake Virginia was high, so we already had to kind of get our feet wet with a water crossing. So just getting started. But we do have our first big pass today, Silver Pass. So looking forward to that. About halfway up to Silver Pass. We got up to the first alpine lake on the trail, Squaw Lake, and we're going to take about a 30-minute break I'm going to air my feet out and let them dry. They're still wet from that crossing this morning. Pretty sight right here. And soon we'll be heading up. I think we head up the shoulder to my right, up over the pass. All right, top of Silver Pass. Quite a view. You can see the Ritters way off in the distance there. So that's where we were 2 days ago. Pretty cool. Now, got a pretty long downhill, 3,000 feet down, and then another climb up over Bear Ridge before we get our campsite. So have a long way to go. And if you look in the distance here, obviously on this side, we'll be going down into Silver Pass Creek, down into Mono Creek, and it looks like some storms brewing over that way. So not sure our luck's gonna hold out much longer as far as getting caught in storms. So far we've been lucky. We'll see how that plays out today.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
It's finally down off of Silver Pass, crossing Mono Creek, and then we'll run over here. There's another creek, I can't remember which one, that converges. So we cross that creek before we start our uphill Bear Ridge, and we're going to take a break then. So definitely a long day.